sunny day. It's a good day. I'm wishing you all happiness, clarity, and freedom. On this day, we're coming up on the winter solstice. I hope you all are enjoying this time. This winter season is almost upon us. And like I said in one of my previous videos, we got a cold, dark winter approaching. And it's very important to stay warm during this winter, okay? That is probably the number one thing that we must remember for this winter is to stay warm. Stay warm, stay bundled up, stay warm. And not just temperature-wise, stay warm in your heart, stay warm in your spirits. Always keep a positive spirit, always keep a positive attitude, no matter what is going on in your life. And it brings me into the topic of this video, which is the moon going through my 6th house. So the moon just transited through my 6th house of Leo, and I wanted to film this video because boy was it synchronistic and boy was it crazy. So the moon entered Leo, right? And now I think it's in Virgo now. But when it entered Leo, that is my 6th house, right? Where I have Jupiter natally. And right as it entered Leo, I caught a virus, I caught a sickness. I was sick for a couple days. So that's where I've been. I've been sick, I've been ill, just resting, taking time to heal, taking time to rest. So that's where I've been. But I want to talk about how, no matter what goes on in your life, no matter what happens to you, no matter what happens to you, if, bad fortune. 6th house is the house of bad fortune. It's bad things happening to us. It's when we fall ill. It's when something gets stolen. It's when things don't go our way, right? This is the 6th house, and these things are happening all around us, right? There is bad fortune happening all around us on this planet. I hate to say it, but bad fortune's all around us, but there's also good fortune all around us as well. And the 5th house is the house of good fortune, but the 6th house is the house of bad fortune, and it's the house that Mars finds its joy in. And this is a difficult house, a very difficult house. And I want to tell you guys how to transform these hard times, these bad fortune events, things that happen to us that are not very easy, that are very difficult, that test us in life. How can we power through it? How can we get through it and come out even stronger? The first thing to realize is that what doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. I'm sure that you guys have heard this one before, but we have to remind ourselves of this every time we go through something difficult. What doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. What doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. Okay, you go through a bad bout of anxiety. You have an embarrassing moment. Okay, you fall and scrape your knee. Okay, if you live to see another day, if you live to see tomorrow, what happened yesterday, it didn't kill you, right? You are still alive. Therefore, it only made you stronger. What doesn't kill you can only make you stronger, because we learn from everything that happens to us as humans. A human thing that I'm realizing about the human being is that we learn from our mistakes. We learn from the things that happen to us. We learn from life events, life circumstance. So always look at your life in this way, right? If something bad, something unfortunate is happening to you during this time, realize that if it didn't kill you, you were meant to learn something from it. You were meant to learn from it and grow and then move on with your life. Okay, you weren't meant to ruminate over this thing that happened to you or this event. You were not meant to keep thinking about it the next day and the next day and the next day and keep worrying about it and then worry about the future, worry about it happening again. You are supposed to learn from your mistakes and make sure that they don't happen again. And if they do, that's perfectly okay, because then more learning will take place and more growth will take place if it needs to, right? So another thing we can remember, right? First thing to remember, what doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. When we go through these unfortunate events, 6th house transits, the moon's going through your 6th house. I was terribly ill, not fun at all. The 6th house is like the worst things in life. house of bad fortune, the worst things that are happening to us, the worst things that can happen to us as humans. This is what the sixth house represents. And this, like I said, this stuff is happening left and right. But we can use it to help us grow. We can use it to make us stronger. What doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. Another thing to keep in mind is that we must keep moving forward in life. Like I said, we cannot keep ruminating over the past. Something that I keep learning and realizing is that, yes, bad things, unfortunate things are going to happen to us, but it's about moving forward with your life. Move forward with your life. Forget about it. Forget about the things that aren't serving you, and keep moving forward with your life experience. What is the meaning of life? It's to live it. The meaning of life is to live your life. And you're not living your life if you're constantly thinking about the past. You're constantly thinking about what happened to you before. You are not living your life. You are living an illusion in your mind. This is something we must remember. We cannot ruminate over the past. Yes, scary things happen. Yes, unfortunate things happen to us. But we must move on, move forward. We won't get to experience the beauty of life if we don't move forward, right? If we don't keep moving forward with your life. Give yourself permission to enjoy your life. Give yourself permission to enjoy your life. That's another thing to remember, is that we cannot beat ourselves up when bad things happen to us. You see, a lot of times when bad things happen, we get in our heads. We get in our heads and we make up reasons of how we could have done better, of how we could have prevented this thing from happening. But the way I'm starting to look at it is that everything is going to happen. It's just going to happen, right? I could not have prevented that. It was bound to happen. It was destined to happen. Everything that happens in your life is destined to happen. Look at your life this way, because if you don't, you are constantly going to be trying to change the past. You're going to be in your head like, what could I have done differently? Why didn't I do this differently? And this is going to create all this anxiety. Instead of doing this, we can look at our past and be like, that was perfect. I learned something from that, right? That made me stronger. This event, this thing that happened to me made me stronger. It was a good thing, right? Look at everything in your life as a good thing. Even the challenging things in your life, look at it as a good thing. Look at it as a growth factor. It is a growth factor for your evolution, for your spirit. It's a growth factor, and that's what we're here to do. We are here to grow. We are here to learn. We are here to learn about life. It's all about learning. And we can learn, we can truly learn about life when we let go and realize that everything is perfect. We didn't have to do this thing differently to try and prevent that from happening. You didn't do anything wrong, right? You could not have done any better. You were only doing your best. And that's another thing. As humans, what I'm also realizing is that we are always doing our best. Even when we don't realize it, we are just doing our best as human beings. See, we are more than just the human beings. We are just the conscious awareness, right? But we also have human being attributes, right? Instinctual things. Like we get hungry at this time of day, and we get tired at this time of day, and we feel like moving at this time of day. Like there are certain things that we just aren't in charge of. There are certain things that just happen that are just nature. So we as humans are doing our best. So when bad things happen to you, understand that you're human. You are just doing your best with what you have. It's not like you have to try and make everything perfect. Let go of the perfection. When we let go of the perfection, we can realize that these unfortunate things that happen to us are actually good things. They're not bad. There is no good or bad. Yes, they seem bad because they can be uncomfortable and they can be quite extreme, but in reality, they're only helping us return to balance, and balance is really where it's at. Balance, equilibrium, this is what we are moving towards. You see, when we go through some really challenging event, like we get super sick, we push towards that extreme, we can only revert towards balance. You see, look at unfortunate events like this, right? If we wouldn't get pushed into certain extremes, we wouldn't be able to experience how nice it is to come back to balance and equilibrium. It feels very nice to come back to balance and equilibrium. Like when you're inside for 10 days straight and then you come outside and take a breath of air. That's returning to equilibrium after an extreme. And like I said, if it wasn't for, going to these extremes, hot and cold, going to these extremes, we wouldn't realize, we wouldn't know how good it feels to return back to equilibrium, how right it feels to return back to equilibrium. So understand that when these bad things happen to us, it's an opportunity for you to return back to balance, return back to your flow, return back to your equilibrium. The sunlight would not feel so nice without the cloudy days, right? If it was just sunny every single day, we wouldn't really appreciate the sun as much, would we? It would just become the normal. But because there are some cloudy days here and there, it makes us miss the sun. It makes us value the sun more. Just like these unfortunate times, these unfortunate events, they make us value the fortunate times even more. Right? So without the house of bad fortune, without the 6th house, the 5th house wouldn't really mean much, would it? You gotta have the two ends. You gotta have the two ends of the spectrum, the good fortune and the bad fortune. And all of these things, again, remind yourself, the most important thing to remind yourself is that all of these things are making you stronger. What doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. There are so much things, there's so much that we can go through as humans. We have been through all of our worst times. We have been through all of our hardest times, and we're still here. If you're watching this video, you have made it through all of your hard times. You are still here. You're still here. You're still alive. And that goes to show how strong you are. That goes to show how strong of a human being that you are. Right? As human beings, we are incredibly strong. We are stronger than we know. We can actually handle a lot. We can handle a lot. We need to remind ourselves of that. We can handle so much. We can handle heartbreak. We can handle loss. We can even handle disease, right? You can heal yourself from any disease. It's possible. The body can heal itself if we let it. Right? Get that sunlight. Get that sunlight. Heal yourself. Allow yourself to heal. Give yourself the time and space to heal. Healing is the only truth, okay? Healing is the only truth. I'm going to end it on that note. Healing is the only truth in this universe. As humans, we are always striving for equilibrium. We are always striving to heal. We are always striving to return back to balance. We're always trying to heal. Nature is always trying to heal itself. So remind yourself of that, right? We can get injured. Yes, it can be tough. We go through tough times, but we will heal. Nature will heal. You are strong and you will heal yourself. Always remember that. Always trust in that. Thank you all so much for being here on this sunny day. I'm back, and who knows what my upload schedule is going to look like. I appreciate all of you for being here. Through all these changes that I'm going through in my life, lots of things are changing, and I'm sure that if you are watching this, lots of things are changing in your life as well. So I wish you all the best through all these changes, and understand that we don't have to try and make anything a certain way, right? For a while, I was trying to upload every day and attach to that and be like, in order to be my best self, I gotta upload every single day, right? But I realized I didn't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I have to do what is best for me, right? I have to do what is best for me at the end of the day. So thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for being here. I love all of you so much. Like this video, comment down below what you're thinking about this topic, the 6th house. What kind of transits do you go through? When you're going through the 6th house transits, what kind of things do you experience? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, check out my crystals, Freedom Vibes crystals. Check out my Patreon, link in description, and you can donate to me, link in the description. Thank you all so much. Much love. Have a beautiful day, and make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.